Coming up next, we get to this UFC middleweight division fight. After a big win by submission his last time out, we'll see what he does for an encore here tonight. Huge victory his last time out against a high-level opponent. Now, an even higher-ranked opponent stares in front of him. The octagon door is closed. We'll see if he can extend the winning streak under the brightest spotlight of his UFC career. Straight right hand, no good.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up?
All right, first round is underway here. We say in mixed martial arts, it's one thing to have the reach advantage. It's another thing to use it. We'll see if he can get that jab going tonight.
He has got to fight tall. He's got to stay at range, use his length to give his opponent problems, trying to bring the fight into a closer distance.
Straight right, he misses. Total strikes have now landed for Robert Whittaker. Straight right hand now just misses. Taken down by Whittaker. Oh, he postured up there, gained some valuable separation.
And now the ground and pound starts.
Whittaker's looking to go from the full to the half guard here. Opponent not having it.
Beautiful takedown land.
Half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Oh, now trying to isolate an arm, DC.
He needs to move his hips back to cover. He cannot allow him on that angle. He's gonna attack armbar here.
Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
Gets the elbow up into the target. Oh, back to the well with that elbow. That one landed well. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Robert Whittaker. Going for the rear naked choke now.
He is doing a really good job of relaxing, not panicking because he's getting choked. He got it. He got it, John.
Oh, he got it done, absolutely. He finishes his opponent by way of submission.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 16 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar.
All right, so what a performance by this young man here tonight as he gets the win by way of submission. He certainly put a lot of stock into getting the finish tonight, and he did just that. Congratulations.
It was a very tough fight, but he knew that if he did everything right, he could get to his position with just the ground, and he would be able to find a finish by submission tonight. He did just that.
Coming up next, we get to this UFC middleweight division fight. Tail of the tape for this middleweight fight. Hall is 18 years the elder. He will have a 2-inch reach advantage. All right, here we go with round one. All eyes, of course, are with this man in the corner. He has won his last 3 fights by way of submission. His confidence is soaring, as is his popularity. And if he can extend the winning streak tonight, and even do so by submission, perhaps his next fight would not even be a title eliminator, but might be for the UFC title. Round one underway.
Starting to slow down. He cannot take many of those kicks. Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Great job by him to get the takedown there. Well, you gotta be working off of your back. He's certainly doing so here. Nice punch. they both stand up. Trying to...
What the fuck was that?
Oh, nicely done as he gets the takedown. Continues to attack here. We'll see if he can set up the armbar.
An attacking armbar.
And he's out. Nice hammer fist. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. Round 2 straight ahead. Where he left off, high volume of strikes landed in the previous round.
High volume of strikes landed. He was able to be accurate, but also very, very active in his approach to the start of this fight. Nice. It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot.
Paul's looking to pass from full guard into half guard here, but he's denied. Oh, pretty good entry there, and he gets the fight to his wheelhouse on the ground. All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent, you got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. On the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Looks like maybe he's trying to get an arm underneath the chin.
He's side to side, trying to get a bulldog choke. Oh, nice. This is the choke that your uncle used to do to you when you were a little kid because you didn't have the power
And this
to
might
get
just
out of
be
it.
a matter of time.
He got it, John.
How about it? Gets the win by submission. Beautifully executed there on the ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliano calls a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 58 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out.
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his hand raised in the way that he loves the most.
I'm checking it twice and I'm getting them hit. The real ones are dying, the fake ones are
We get to this UFC middleweight division fight.
And eventually you're on the mat. It's unbelievable to watch him apply that knowledge to the mixed martial arts fight.
And as the wrestlers say, this is not a guy you want anywhere near your bracket.
No, you don't want him in the bracket.
So on the strength of a big win by submission his last time out, we'll see if this young man can keep it going here tonight. Round 1 is underway. Dominant performance his last time out to extend the winning streak and to set up this massive, massive opportunity tonight. We'll see if he can take advantage. Off the top, made good use of it there with that punch, DC.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
He got his foot on the hip, and now he's throwing up a triangle attempt. He's going to try to move his left arm across to get pressure on the choke.
There he is. He's moving to the finishing position. Now watch him go parallel right next. Oh, he might have got him with the choke.
the arm triangle.
The moment he dropped his chest, it dropped all of his weight on his opponent's neck and put him to sleep.
Jiu-jitsu practitioners around the world celebrating the effort of that young man tonight.
He's done, he's done.
Yeah, that's about as good as it gets with that choke, and if you're not willing to tap out, as he was not, then you're going to go to sleep, and that's exactly what happened. A beautiful setup and even better technique to get the finish to put him out cold.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 1 second of the very first round. For the winner by submission,
All right, so what a performance by this young man here tonight as he gets the win by way of submission. He certainly put a lot of stock into getting the finish tonight, and he did just that. Congratulations.
It was a very tough fight, but he knew that if he did everything right, he can get to his position, which is the ground, and he would be able to find a finish by submission tonight. He did just that.
Coming up next, we get to this UFC middleweight division fight. Advantages in this matchup tonight. Our tale of the tape for this middleweight fight. Cannonier is 19 years the elder. The reach is identical. All right, round one is underway. We'll see if he can continue what is one of the most impressive winning streaks by submission this division has ever seen. He comes in tonight having won his last 3, all of them by submission. Each one arguably more impressive than the last, and all of them against exceedingly more difficult competition. Now tonight, his toughest test to date. We'll see if he can continue with his winning ways. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Nice punch there by Cannonier. All right, going for the early takedown. He gets it, so no surprise he wanted to get this fight to the ground, and that is certainly a good sign for him moving forward in this fight.
He felt as if he had a massive advantage in the grappling and the wrestling. He was able to secure that takedown very early in the first round.
Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by the Alaskan Jared Cannonier. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position up the bottom.
All right, working inside the closed guard now. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Goes upstairs for an elbow. Oh, nice job here staying busy off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Oh, he's got him in a crucifix now, DC. All of that body weight on his opponent.
He's got all the weight on the upper body. His feet are free to do whatever. But the arm stuck between the legs. He's now going to start dropping hammer fists. He's going to start dropping elbows. This is one of the nastiest positions in all of fighting.
Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it, and you are seeing why he's one of the best that we've seen do it in a long time.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Cannonier gets caught by the elbow there. Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten. With his opponent in every transition.
Under 2 minutes now to go in the opening round.
He jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock. And if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle. Watch triangle, watch triangle. He needs to push the arm to the side. Get his head against the mat. Now watch as he goes to the finish. Watch it. It's in there deep. There you go.
Sleep with the arm triangle. Again, pick your poison on the ground with this guy.
All that pressure on the side of your neck. I don't know the artery, John. I'm pretty sure you might. You get all that pressure on that artery, and it pushes you to sleep. What is it?
I think it's the carotid artery, and a lot of fighters say they've got a pretty good feel for it. He certainly did there.
That's why you got to have friends that are like encyclopedias. John Ennick's my encyclopedia.
My God.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 29 seconds of the very first round. For the winner by submission,
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his hand raised in the way that he loves the most.
Man, it's crazy. Seems like just yesterday you staring up at the posters all wide-eyed. You've been through a lot. Hell, I put you through a lot. But it was all for one reason, to get you here. Your first UFC championship. I just want to say, no matter what happens out there, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the fighter you've become. Yeah, don't get me wrong though. If you lose, I'm gonna have to bust you up in the gym next week. I already made space on the wall for a new picture, and you know how much I hate redecorating, right? So let's go get that belt, champ.
So after a long run through the middleweight ranks, here he is making the walk to the octagon for his first championship fight at 185 pounds. And this man hasn't just worked his way up the rankings. He has taken on all comers, and more often than not, he has taken out the opposition. So with the win streak in tow, now the challenges get bigger, and of course none bigger than the incumbent, the UFC Middleweight Champion. We'll see how his style matches up tonight. So here's the undisputed UFC Middleweight Champion of the world making the walk, looking to defend his title. It is certainly something that he's been able to do in the past. He has been challenged on this title run. It's not as though he has run roughshod through this division, but they're all still chasing him at 185 pounds tonight. At least on paper, could be his most difficult challenge to date. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Adesanya is 13 years the elder. He will have a 3-inch reach advantage. Here once more, Bruce Buffer.
ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. When the action begins, our referee in charge of the octagon, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Middleweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer and jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 12 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Presenting the challenger, and now he's the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 24 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Middleweight Champion of the world, Israel, the last Stylebender Adesanya.
All right, this is for the championship. You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves. Let's make it official.
All right, here we go with round one, and all eyes are on the submission magician. Shades of Damian Maia. Of course, he has won the majority of his recent fights by way of submission, and a number of different methods of victory to boot. So now fighting a guy with legitimate Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu defense. We'll see if he can find a way to secure a submission and propel his career to the next level. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Looking to land the right just out of range. Oh!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Oh, look at him jumping in to try to get the finish.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy. All right, side control now. Man! And really starting to make these shots count. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head or he's going to get blasted.
Under a minute now to go in round one. Oh, he postured up there, gained some valuable separation.
And now the ground and pound starts.
All right, 20 seconds to go in the round. And that's gonna do it. And that'll do it. Oh! Wow, so how about that? Just before the end of the round, he lands an absolutely huge shot to drop his opponent. The referee wisely jumps in furiously to stop the fight. How about it? He catches the other guy just at the end of the round. Maybe his opponent was looking forward to the stool in the next round. Now he won't see it. What a result here tonight. We go to Bruce Buffer for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 41 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout and new UFC Middleweight Champion of the world,
All right, so how about this result tonight as we congratulate the new UFC Middleweight Champion? It's a good thing you're not allowed to bet on these fights because...
I like the champ coming in, but this guy sat across from us and said, I am going to get the job done. That belt is mine. He's only been keeping it warm. Tonight he became the champion just as he said he would.